introduce the President and CEO of OPC Foundation, Tom Burke.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. So normally I talk for at least 45 minutes, and it takes about 5 slides to do it, but I'm going to go really quickly here. I'm very proud to introduce Liam Power from Embedded Labs. We have Christian Schultz from Beckhoff, Mitch Vaughn from Siemens, Clinton Chapman from Schlumberger, Catherine Voss from ODVA, and John Krajewski, and I hope I pronounced his name right, from Invensys. This is the first set of speakers this morning from 8:30 until 10 o'clock. We're going to cover that. And then after then, we've got a second set of speakers from 10:30 until 12 with a small Q&A. My colleagues there, okay. Better speak towards the microphone there. Very good. So I'm used to moving around here. My colleagues, Jane Gerald, raise your hand, Jane. She's the OPC Foundation Director of Marketing, and Mike Bryan is the Administrative Director of the OPC Foundation. We'd like to collect your business cards. If you can hand your business cards to them before you walk out the door, just so we have your contact information and so we can spam you. No, just kidding. More importantly, to have information about you and then be able to give you the information and be able to contact us. So without further ado, thank you very much for attending our session. This is Transforming Manufacturing with OPC UA, and the whole concept of what we've been doing is providing the infrastructure necessary to do communication from the embedded device world in a platform-independent way all the way up to the enterprise. And you'll see through the gamut of speakers and how we're starting this. We're starting from the embedded world, and we're going to close with SAP and showing how OPC UA all comes into the perspective. So from a foundation perspective, who we are, it's really when we started OPC, it was OLE for process control, and I was looking back and met a few people from a long time ago. I remember, Herman, we go way back, Herman. But the concept was we were doing something which provided the infrastructure necessary for moving data from the lower level process control and factory devices to the first tier visualization. And that whole concept was OLE for process control. We were tied to Microsoft. UA now, with the unified architecture, is the embodiment of doing a multi-platform, multi-vendor, secure, reliable interoperability, providing a whole infrastructure for moving data and describing information and doing it in a secure fashion. So now we talk about the foundation of what we are. We're about the community. We're about collaborating with many organizations, all of us partnering together to work together in a competitive spirit to provide the best solution and infrastructure necessary. Biggest thing we do is compliance. We have to make sure that our end users have plug and play instead of plug and pray. And that's kind of the model behind there. From a foundation perspective, we've got a little over 400 plus members, and I think it's way over that. But as you notice from this eye chart here, the majority of our members are in Europe. So there's a very significant European community that is aggressively pursuing and aggressively promoting and adopting all of the OPC technology as part of a membership. You don't have to be a member of OPC to build an OPC product, and we have probably close to 4,000 different products in the marketplace. So what is UA? It's about secure, reliable interoperability. It's about collaboration. It's about information. It's about data. It's about taking data and information from devices and the embedded world all the way up to SAP. It's about integration with building automation. It's about integration with security. It's about integration with anything with the word smart in front of it in the smart grid world. So that's the whole concept of what we're doing. So from the embedded world, this gives you a flavor for one of the use cases of what we're doing. We're very linked up to the PLC open infrastructure. We're linked up to all the industrial Ethernet organizations, whether it's Profi, whether it's HART or it's FF, FDT, whether it's ODVA. OPC becomes the infrastructure to move all that data from those and to be able to configure those things necessary. From the SCADA level, which was the business we got into to begin with, it's all about data and information moving up into the SCADA system and providing a very nice plug-and-play infrastructure to enable connectivity, multi-vendor, multi-platform scalability. We're going to talk later on about the MES and the enterprise and the importance of OPC UA being the connection down for all the enterprise applications, and the whole concept of glass, being able to see this on all these different platforms, whether it's your smartphone getting an alarm, whether it's one of your iPad 2s, whether it's an Android. The whole concept is providing the infrastructure for sharing data and information. So from the agenda perspective, I'm moving quickly, and I apologize for that. Normally I take my time, and I like to go through a lot of things in detail. But as Craig said, we've got a world record of the number of speakers we're going to try and cover today. So am I close on time, guys? With that, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Liam Powers. And he's from Embedded Labs. Came all the way over from Ireland. He's got a cold, though, so I don't know if that means he's going to talk slower or faster. So, okay? There will be a question and answer session at the end of our second session, and then there's some additional speakers that are also coming up that are going to give you some ideas, and you'll have the opportunity to ask them some questions about how does this all fit and what's the importance of industry standards in our whole marketplace in industrial automation. All right? So with that, the only other thing I want to mention is that the Foundation's doing a technology summit back here in Orlando, back here at the Renaissance, the 16th through the 18th. So if you want to learn the bits and bytes and also learn all the business case uses, this is the place to be. And I really thank the guys from ARC for helping us out and putting together this workshop.